Good morning, students and faculty of Lynbrook University. As you know, each week you are required to watch an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. This week's episode is Season 4, Episode 16, the 10th anniversary. Ray accidentally tapes football over his wedding, which results in Deborah being very mad. We recommend watching the show as soon as possible to prepare for what you are about to hear. Also, I was unaware that today was laxative lunch day. Will someone please bring me some brown pants?
Okay, everyone, if you'll just take your seats, just fill in. Can we get some people? Come down from the back. Just fill in the front couple of rows here. Attendance is a little less than we thought it was gonna be, so just everyone kind of come to the front. People in the balconies, come down. Okay, the screen is coming down now, folks. We're gonna get started with the screening of the funeral. Of Mike I's funeral.
Oh man, Alex, I can't believe I'm actually finally able to see it. I know I've had a lot of funerals, but I've never actually seen one before.
Yeah, Mike, we're glad you came back to life, and we gave you just the most respectful and touching funeral. I'm so excited.
Yeah, no,
for you to see it on the big screen.
I'm so glad. It's never going to top the time that God Himself told me that I was too boring to be brought into the afterlife. But I really do appreciate you guys continuing to hold these things. We're up to, what am I on now? We've had like 13 of these things, so it's going to be nice to hear what people say about me.
Yeah, we're almost have enough to get a free sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, the issue with the projector is resolved. Thank you all so much for your patience. The screen is coming down. The funeral of Mike I, as you all know, we held it a couple of days ago. It was significantly delayed. Mike I did die a couple weeks back, actually, but we just got around to it. I know tickets were limited. I know you all couldn't make it, so I appreciate you all coming out to the screening. And just, be respectful. Keep your voices down. Don't talk. Don't text. Don't ruin the movie, basically.
Question here.
Oh, hey. I didn't know we were doing questions. This is the Q&A portion is going to be after the screening, but I will take a couple of as the director, I'll take a couple of questions now.
I got a question for you.
Actually, can we bring the writer out? Alex Shear, everyone, the writer of The Funeral of Mike I.
Hello, hi, yeah, thank you. Excuse me, Mike.
We were gonna come out at the end, but just a couple of questions now, and then we'll kick things off.
Hey, hi, I'm Vito. I'm part of the funeral studies program here at the university. I just wanted to say, you have anything to say about the surge pricing that kept a lot of my classmates out of this thing?
Well, Vito, I mean, given that I was in the class with you and someone decided to flunk me out of it, I just didn't think it appropriate to have some of my ex-classmates assist me on this. It wasn't really so much as a proving that I can do it better than you guys could. It's more just like more of a suck it type of thing.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Vito, you might have noticed that to get into the funeral, we did have those Wendy's kiosks that they were trying to roll the surge pricing out on, and that's why Mike was under Baconator. But I understand that the sticker shock kind of kept a lot of people out. We didn't have control over that. That was still being controlled by Wendy's corporate. So that's what the $30 Baconator / Mike was. But we've worked out the bugs for next time. I mean, not that there will be a next time because he's dead, but for next time, we've worked out the bugs on the kiosk.
Yeah, just because, I'm sure you did nice work, but I'm just, I'm here and I used the promo code of Mike fucking eats it, and I didn't get any reduction in prices, and I just want to express my frustration.
Wendy's told us that the system won't allow you to put in a promo code with fucking, fuck, fucker, motherfucker.
Oh, so Wendy's is a prude, huh?
They will take bacon fucker, which they were
Yeah.
testing as like an after dark kind of menu item.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
okay,
Wendy's,
okay.
they don't let you fuck with them, but they'll fuck with
It's
you
the
all day.
Baconator, but there's a hole in the center.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay, I understand. All right. Listen, I just want to say I'm very enthusiastic.
Vito, this is not really supposed to be a conversation. I kind of thought you might have like one like procedural question or something.
No, I'm just super interested in the whole thing. I can't wait to see. I can smell the formaldehyde from here. I really appreciate your help. Okay, goodbye. I'll get off the mic.
See what I was telling you about Vito?
We gotta Alex. We gotta keep Mike from wearing formaldehyde as a cologne. I mean, I know he's accustomed to it, but it's not. It's not good. Oh, we got another question. We got another question.
No, I don't. Great. First Vito and now.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Hey, I'm Jarena. I just wanted to say
That's a beautiful name. That is a beautiful name.
I appreciate it. I'm just here because I wanted to see. You know, I'm gonna die in a few months, I'm sure.
Oh. Can I ask by
How old?
a couple questions?
Yeah,
How old?
92.
Okay, planned?
No, well, nobody knows the day and time. I just feel it coming. You know, I've seen the signs. I've seen the vultures perched outside my bedroom window. You know, the whole 9 yards.
The sign.
Yeah.
Did the signs say Kevorkian medical practice on it? Because then you would know the exact date if you had the assisted.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I get
Jarena, just to cut to the chase, are you planning an assisted suicide or no?
No, I'm not. I just know that it's coming. Dr. Kevorkian is very insistent. He thinks I should, but
So you are working with K.
No, he's
with
got
Special
my
K.
address, and he sends me eight mails a day, and so
You get direct mail from Dr. Kevorkian?
yes, I do, which makes me I don't know what to do with that information, to be honest. But anyway, I wanted to say that
So
really
you get
okay.
you get Valpak, and you get like the local dentist, and then you got Kevorkian.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, no, they all got my mailing address. I'm on everybody's mail. It's great. But I have to ask, when I finally do croak, how do I get this level of spectacle for my grandkids? Because they need to know that grandma was cool.
Let's talk after. Our packages are pretty reasonable,
Okay.
as are the prices on our services.
Okay, got it.
Tudunch. Dick joke. Yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we got another question in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. I'm Dr. Kevorkian. I just want to say, Jarena, I would really appreciate an RSVP.
Guys, this isn't Jerry Springer. You're not supposed to be working stuff out here. We're here to watch the funeral of our friend.
Yeah.
Look,
Mike
just
Oz.
talk
I
quietly.
can make it happen for you.
Oh my God.
Is that your new slogan?
You
Dr. Kevorkian, I can make it happen for you.
You know it. Yeah, absolutely.
My life's work is on this screen, and you are just keeping me from it.
Alex
Sorry.
spent like an hour writing this funeral.
Hey, if this is your life's work and you're done, you know, you don't have to wait around. We could take care of that.
Kevorkian,
I'm
leave.
sorry.
Stop. I saw you put your QR code on the window. Take it down. Have to. No soliciting. It says it on the outside of the theater. No soliciting.
Fine. I'll take it down, but hey, just saying. I'll post it somewhere else. If you guys see a QR code, you want out, I can make it happen for you.
I can make it happen for you. He said it. He said it.
Wow.
Any other questions, or should we? Okay.
Get on,
I didn't catch that, sir.
get on with it. I spend too much money at Wendy's. I need this. Play the thing.
Okay. We are gonna take the house lights down, Todd, and then just hit play whenever you're ready on the funeral of Mike I.
Okay, sir, you got it. Wow, just like film. That's pretty. Yeah.
They really did the 3, 2, 1. That's insane.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to pay our respects to Mike. He wasn't part of our community here for long, but he certainly left an impact. Leviticus says there were something about footsteps in the sand, and that's where I carry.
Welcome to Strangling Dan's Duck Wrestling. Here we have our two competitors.
Wait, Alex, this isn't.
On to my left, we have Mr. Biggs. And on to my left, we have the duck. I am a duck. Let's get this duck wrestling going.
Hey, hold on, guys. This isn't Mike I's funeral. This is duck wrestling. What the hell's going on here? Ooh. Boos start raining down from the audience.
What? Okay. Todd, turn it off. Turn it off.
Hey, that wasn't a funeral. That was duck wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're having some technical difficulties. We will.
Hi, it's me, Jarina.
Jarina?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, my voice might have changed, I'm sorry. I just want to say, I no longer want to associate with you guys. Stay the fuck away from my funeral. I don't want any ducks. My grandkids are allergic. They're gonna be so scared. I'm out.
You don't seem like a fun lady.
Jarina and Dr. Kevorkian walk arm in arm out of the theater. Shit, we lost another one to Kevorkian, Alex. Folks, we are so sorry. I just want to assure everyone that...
Hey, how you doing? I'm Vito.
Vito.
It's me, Vito again. I just want to say, this was not covered in the lecture. Alex, I see why Dr. Ferguson kicked you out. This is unacceptable.
Okay, to be fair, I think we are kind of skipping over the fact that I managed to TiVo an episode of Duck Wrestling on like a roll of film. That's pretty impressive.
Folks, I want to assure everyone that this is a pure TiVo accident. The duck wrestling was not part of Mike I's funeral. I want to make that clear. That is how he died, but that's not part of the funeral. I'm so sorry. We are going to look into this. We are going to contact the videographer, and we are going to get the original copy, and we will host a new screening. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. There will be no refunds, and your tickets will not be honored for the rescheduled date. But we'll take some questions now. We'll take some questions. Yes.
Oh, good. Like 10 hands.
Hi, I'd like a double baconator with cheese, please.
Okay, that'll be $38.
Thank you very much.
You want fries?
Yeah, that'd be great.
We don't have fries.
Dude, we do have chili.
Hey, I got a question here. How do I take the
Vito?
over? No. That Vito's my.
Vito's your twin brother?
We get mixed up. Vito's my brother. I just gotta say, how do I take the over on the duck?
I'm afraid that's over.
That show happened like 5 days ago.
The rest of everybody in the audience storms out. They're all
come on.
as they leave.
Nobody else has any questions?
Dave, I got a question. Fuck you.
That's not a question.
He walks out. Guys,
Shit.
I just gotta say, as much as like this is too much. This is
a little too Art Nouveau.
I hate this. I feel like
Did you like how the portion of the funeral that was not taped over was at like a Dutch angle?
No, I did not, to be honest.
What is it that you don't like? Are you more into fish wrangling?
No, first of all, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I misspoke. It not a Dutch angle, a duck angle.
This is so I got a lot of problems with this scenario. First of all, Adam's not a priest. What was he given that speech?
Well, Mike, you always call him Daddy.
True, but you don't call it priest daddy. That's a different thing.
So
Okay.
okay, that part's on me then.
Yeah,
'Cause,
that's
yeah, no,
second of all.
my bad.
Second of all,
You
you were
saw through the
quoting.
makeup? You
You
saw
were
through
quote-
my makeup? I got Gary Oldman's guide and made him into Winston Churchill. You saw through my makeup?
You were quoting a part of the Bible that
Oh, that gave it away.
deals with Jesus, and but you quoted it from Leviticus, which happens before Jesus. Second of all, that story doesn't even appear in the Bible. This is not what guys.
I knew I shouldn't have improvised.
But okay, forgetting all of that, this is like the pinnacle of my life. This is like people gather to like mourn and say nice things about you, and
Most of them thought this was Wendy's.
and
It seemed like they really just had a lot of like contingency clerical errors with this. Like they just had questions.
this is
I like
It was
honestly, Mike.
mostly
Like, did you like
questions.
look around this room? Like, did you even like recognize any of these people?
Do you know Jarena? I know you know Kevorkian.
yeah, Kevorkian. I'm a customer of Kevorkian. Okay, I'm a regular with him. But listen, the point is, this is not how I want to be remembered. I don't want to be remembered as the guy that any of myself. I don't want to be remembered as the guy that got bumped in his own funeral for duck wrestling. Okay, this is like supposed to be when people say nice things about you and your life, and I don't care if they thought it was Wendy's. I expected some tears, and I didn't get that. And guys, you don't take a funeral away from a man. It's not something you do.
Yeah, you only get like 5 of them in your life.
Yeah, I know.
Mike, you're right. And I know you're a man.
Yeah.
But I don't know what we can do about it. I mean, you're alive. I mean, Michael B. Jordan is still alive, and so wait a second. Alex, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Probably not. But you think very weird things.
Don't I know it? My twisted mind has just come up with a maybe a little off kilter idea, but Mike, what
Lay it on
if
me.
Michael B. Jordan was to meet an unfortunate end, and we had another chance at staging you the funeral of a lifetime?
You can't kill Michael B. Jordan. He's got too many security guards around him.
He is very powerful.
Talking about
yes.
you, your fake
Oh,
name.
that's right. That's right. Because I'm Mike B. That's right. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
That's what it says on your driver's license, doesn't it?
yeah, Mike BJ. Yeah, and it's fucked up because the people were
And
laughing.
you have the rare driver's license that's waist down driver's license photo.
Yeah, people treat it as like an offer or an option. You know.
That's correct.
I remember the one time you got pulled over and like your car has like the window that is at your waist instead of your head,
Mhm.
and it goes down.
Yeah, the window on your car is in the middle, which I think makes tolls
Yeah.
hard, doesn't
The
it?
cop was
It's-
confused until you gave him your ID, and
No,
he was
it's
like, "Oh, you're
respectable.
Mike BJ."
Yeah, it's a retractable glory hole. Let's just call it what it is.
Mhm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love being Mike BJ. That retractable glory hole costs a lot of money to put on a Hyundai Sonata, and
I'm sure it ain't easy.
yeah,
And sorry, you got a Hyundai Sonata, which is when you take half of a Honda and half of a Hyundai and put it together.
yeah, exactly. I needed it to be special. I got the two most boring car brands, cut them in half, and spliced them together.
What's weird is the front half is a Sonata and then the back half is a Honda motorcycle.
Yeah. It's actually really cool because it on the one hand it's got the freedom of a motorcycle because you feel like you're gonna fall off at any point. On the other hand, I can still hit things with a lot of force. So that's the trade-off.
Anyway,
I don't know why I'm explaining this to you. We talked about this at length when I bought the car, but I actually like your remaking the funeral idea. Believe it or not, I think we're still on that. I actually do. That means a lot to me. That you would go through that. You would do all of that for me because planning a funeral is a lot of work.
Yep. It's a shame we didn't just do that and now have to do it again.
Yeah, and we're not allowed to reuse any of the stuff that we've used from your previous funeral, or
No, the previous
Yeah, we have to
funeral.
do it all over,
what
and
about the
that's
one
fine.
before that? Can
I
we
want a new eulogy. I
a
want
new
a new priest.
eulogy?
I want a new priest. I want a new story from the Bible. I want all three of those
No.
things. Okay, let's see what we got. I want to see what you can put together.
You got it, Mike. Adam, a word?
Okay. Yeah, Mike, can you sweep the stage, please? Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
What's up, Alex?
All right.
Oh, lots of
So
tomatoes.
it seems like our plan worked, and Mike doesn't realize that we actually just never gave him a funeral.
I know. Was it convincing me standing in front of that green screen, and then you put in the back of the church,
Yes.
and then yeah.
Luckily for Mike, me being an idiot is very believable.
It was a great idea to close Mike in that coffin and just leave him in the coffin store while we filmed this video outside of it.
Absolutely. And I got to
Genius.
say, like, it gave us like an extra week and a half to prep the funeral, and we did not take advantage of that at all because
No.
we still have not started.
I mean, but at this point, it's been like, we've done how many funerals for Mike? 12? We really, I'm out of ideas. I don't know. How do you feel? Do you feel like we can pull this off? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you you write the eulogy. I
have to
bribe
do it,
some people to
and
come.
the eulogy that has to include a different story from the Bible besides the footprints in the sand. I have to do that.
And hey, look, if all else fails, when we have Mike fake lie in the coffin, we'll just roofie him, and then he'll just be unconscious. And then when he wakes up, we say we did the funeral.
I am only 50% comfortable with the roofie thing. I say,
What part are you uncomfortable with?
I think let's do a Tylenol PM to start and see if that is sufficient. I just don't like hanging
Wait,
around.
how is
in-
that different?
Potency.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow! I have been taking the wrong thing to go to bed at night.
Alex, how are you getting on with the script?
I'm not. So far, I only have. We are gathered here today to celebrate, and that I stole from something else.
Yeah.
I think a wedding.
And I guess the rest is going to have to come from me, right? The Bible stuff.
Yeah, probably.
All right, I'll do it because it's important to Mike, and
Well, okay. Well,
Yeah.
you write this sermon. I'll get to work on those new Bible verses.
new Bible verses.
Well, that's what he wanted, right? A new Bible verse. I'm writing them.
Oh, genius. I think
Yeah.
that is what he meant.
I
Mike
don't
is
think
so
he'll mind
creative.
if I write on the edges with crayon.
No, illuminate it? No,
right.
illuminate the shit out of it. Draw some snails.
So yeah,
Um,
I'm adding some snails. I'm gonna add another commandment.
Oh, good. What 11? What do we got?
I don't know. I feel like bros before hoes is kind of implied.
Well, it's
so I
got
don't think we
you got to
need that.
keep the syntax though. Thou shalt.
Oh yes, thou shalt bros before hoes.
We'll work on it. Clippy just came up on your screen there. Oh,
It seems you care too much about your bros.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say hi. Thank you very much for planning the funeral here at Holy Name of Sorrows. My name is Father Kevin, and I just want to say I'm going to be saying the funeral. If you guys have any questions or if I can help out in any way, I would love to help.
Thank you, Father.
thanks,
appreciate it.
Father. I would love a Sprite.
Not quite what I had in.
Low fat lemonade for me.
Okay.
No fat. Wow, Alex, that is such a healthy choice.
So I have an
Thank you.
issue with. Not really an issue, but I just want to make sure we're on the same page here.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll take a Starry. Or if you have old Sierra Mists, I'll take one
Again,
of those.
Do you have those
not-
Starbursts energy drinks?
Not what I'm talking about.
Can
I'm
you
pretty
get
sure
me-
those are
Can
illegal.
I get a Celsius to mix with my Starry?
Any liquefied chicken?
Do you have... So you know when you buy like a can of tuna and the water that's in there?
Powdered meteorite in a water bottle?
So
Blood?
I
Can I have blood?
Essence
Do
of
you have-
time?
You wouldn't happen to have blood at the church that I could drink?
weirdly, blood is the only thing that you've listed that we can get you.
Yes.
Oh shit, yeah. Get us some blood, and can we get some of those Cheez-Its too?
don't like you referring to them as that. But I want
Blood,
to.
body on the side.
You have ticket vendors at the doors of the church.
Yes.
Oh, let's let him in.
Our contractors. They're already here.
We can't be selling tickets to a funeral. That's not how this works.
Oh, right. You collect money on the inside of the building.
That's correct. No, it's volunteer. We collect donations. And we don't even typically do that during funerals. So that's, we can if you want to, but I also.
But I went to a funeral once, and they turned the POS system around and made me tip before I greeted the body.
Yeah, they don't have the basket anymore. They just bring around a little iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. One way or another, I'm sorry. You seem to have been dealing with terrible churches, but here at Holy Name of Sorrows, I can't allow for these ticket vendors. Whose funeral is this that you are planning?
It's our friend Mike.
It's our friend Michael B. Jordan.
That's right. Yes. Is he the one, the fellow that had the
from Black Panther? Yes.
Oh,
Adam, a word.
They killed the Black Panther.
Hold on, priest. I'll be right back.
Did I? Am I planning this for the wrong Michael B. Jordan?
You are planning it for Mike B.J., but this guy's giving us a fucking hard time about the tickets. I figure if he thinks it's Michael B. Jordan's funeral, he might get off of our fucking backs and let us sell tickets to this thing.
Just to clarify, our friend Mike is the one whose funeral this is, not superstar legend Michael B. Jordan, who has inspired a generation.
Correct. Michael B. Jordan, award-winning actor, is fine.
Well, that's good.
Settled.
I feel better now. Yeah, that's
okay. Let's keep
cool.
lying to this priest.
Thank you. Sorry, I got confused.
Hey,
yeah.
I just got off the phone with SZA. She's so sad to hear about Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, you
dying.
don't need to. You don't need to spread the news.
She will come to perform at the funeral. It's going to.
Oh
be
no!
Great. Yeah.
Well,
can you tell her to keep it under wraps? Because I don't think the public knows yet.
No, yeah. This is going to be an intimate ceremony just for friends and family and ticket holders and.
Okay. Yes, understood. And what about Forrest Whitaker? He said that he'd come and do the whole Black Panther ceremony.
Can I see your Rolodex?
Yeah, you got right here, and he has
My
A-list
God.
celebrities down the.
Wait, I thought I recognized you. You used to be that agent, right?
Yes,
you
that's
were.
right. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's me. I was. I used to work under Weinstein, and then he got busted. And so the only people that would take someone that was okay with sexual predators was the church. Who'd have thunk? And
yeah.
so,
the more I'm looking, I was impressed at first. The more I'm looking through your Rolodex, Woody, Spacey, Weinstein. Yikes.
yeah, but
Cosby.
you know who else is there? Lady Gaga. So I could get her in here too if you would like.
I think, just let us handle the invitations and you know what you could work on is getting us those fucking drinks.
I absolutely will, sir.
Yes.
Any of them are fine.
Jordan,
I just need 3.
Absolutely.
Alex, lying worked. Now we have the run of the place.
Adam, we just lied in God's house. I don't know if I'm going to be able to live with myself.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
just kidding.
Yeah. But you know what this means? He's on board. We can really spread our wings with this thing. I'm thinking we go big.
Like
very big.
Balloons?
Bigger. What's bigger than a balloon?
Zeppelin.
Exactly.
We cut to the day of the funeral.
The church is now in the air underneath a Zeppelin.
The church is in the air, floating on a Zeppelin. The church is super crowded. The people at the buy their ticket stubs and then get on balloons that take them up to the church where they step off and are able to walk down the aisle and sit in the funeral. The people in attendance are Alex, Adam, Mike BJ is also present with sunglasses on, but also SZA, also
Forrest Whitaker,
also Brad Pitt for some reason, also every celebrity that you could, Chris, what's his
Chris
name?
Rock,
Chris
Will
Rock
Smith.
is there, Will Smith,
opposite sides of the aisle.
Will Smith is giving the look to Chris Rock. He looks very scared. Uh, we got Henry Cavill, who is wearing a shirt saying "I would not be Superman without him."
Wow.
Which
He
interesting.
made that for this.
Yeah. Wow, guys, you really stepped up for me here. Wow, I can't
Yes.
believe all these
Mike,
people.
all these people are here for you.
And you alone.
You
No
got
other people.
you got both Drake and Kendrick Lamar in the same room.
In the same side of the aisle, too. They squashed it.
And they're not even singing at each other.
No, they're hugging each other and crying. This is kind of beautiful.
Yeah, this definitely won't blow up in our faces.
I did just get the word from the stage manager, though, Alex. Chris did pull out of the eulogy. He said there's too much of a chance that he's going to say Will Smith. He's gonna say Will Smith's wife's name, and he doesn't want to upstage the ceremony. He said Michael BJ is too important to him. So. Yeah.
I can't believe you were going to get him to do the eulogy.
He was going to do Type 5. He was going to do Type 5.
I'm shocked.
Just about your life. And it was a lot of stuff about Jada, so probably best that he did pull out.
I've never even met Jada Smith, and I'm honored to be in the same sentence as her. This is
Will said that she sends her regards.
Can hardly blame him.
Will
to you, to Mike.
Oh, so Jada is not here.
No, she couldn't make it. She wanted to come, but she couldn't make it.
So
but Will is here. Will is here, and he brought
dead?
the King Richard shopping cart. He's going to give everyone tennis balls at the end.
Does Jada know that I'm dead? I mean,
yes.
Why would she send regards to a dead body?
Well, maybe she didn't say regards. She said something like thoughts and prayers or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay, understood. All right. Well, listen, I'm. Thank you, guys. This means so much. You guys put so much work into this. Can't believe you did this all on your own. I'll take a seat. I'll see what you guys have in store. I can't wait to hear all these people say such.
Mike, you have the seat of honor.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Where's that?
All right, get in.
Wait. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Everyone happens to be looking at their phones at the same time as Mike climbs into the coffin.
Good. Can't wait. And he lies down.
This
Alex,
is gonna be fine.
This is working. This is totally fine. We're in a Zeppelin. Nothing bad has ever happened in a Zeppelin.
I feel like the universe is on our side.
Father Kevin comes in with the agent earpiece in his ear. He's holding it as he talks, and he says, "No, you don't understand. Tom Holland and Zendaya have to be here right now. RDJ is sitting alone, and he is not going to be okay with that. Okay, you need to get him, guys. I understand the funeral is meant to start soon, but we need to hold off a few minutes because
people still on the red carpet?
People are still on the red carpet, and they are only coming up in the red balloons. This is obnoxious. This is a problem.
Yeah, we couldn't even get 100 of them.
Yeah, we have 99 red balloons. Yes,
yeah. And she's here. Whatever her name is.
The German woman? Yes.
Nena?
German lady.
Yeah.
Also, Goldfinger is here.
Yeah.
Goldfinger is going to play Superman at the end of the funeral, which should be great and is apt, I guess.
It's gonna be great. We have okay. So actually, you know
so
what?
the lineup is Goldfinger's going to open. And then Creed is headlining, obviously.
Creed is gonna headline. Oh, yeah,
Creed is headlining. Yes, of course. Yeah. We got him.
Then we got Sylvester Stallone coming. Oh, you know what? Okay, Stallone has a heart out. He's got to go film Rocky 12 with the new Creed.
Yeah, I heard about this. It's the one where he has to fight off invaders into his home. It's called Home Stallone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's been talking nonstop about Home Stallone. This isn't a big issue. Anyway, we
pan to the back of the what's it called, church. So I would say I would just I would do the thing with the heads, but I would do it kind of in a more menacing way.
No, Sylvester, were you able to get me in the movie? It's me,
Chris.
Christopher Walken. I want to know, can I be one of the guys that gets beaten up
Chris,
by
you
come on.
got to stop asking me for parts. I know you're struggling. I empathize.
After
Empathize.
Severance,
I
I'm not
empathize.
getting the work. Sylvester, please. We cut back to the front of the church.
Home Stallone, you say?
So we got to get going.
Kevin,
yeah.
Can we do a walk and talk? Just down the aisle and back?
Sure. Aaron Sorkin is here. He'll walk us through it. No. Yeah.
Sorkin, get up here. Just give us we need 5 minutes. Walk and talk a minute.
Got it.
Great.
Get the camera. Go. We're rolling.
Got your sides? Do you have your sides?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I just noticed that you really seem to have come alive since you got kind of back into agent mode, Kevin. And I wonder, maybe that's been your calling all along. Maybe this priest thing, maybe when you could go back to it and maybe make better choices about who you represent.
Guys, listen. If we're gonna do Aaron Sorkin, we gotta make sure that we're on top of our lyrics. We can't be stumbling over words like that. We gotta make it
call
clear.
These lyrics?
Yeah, this is a musical piece. Okay, I'm here and I'm writing. You asked me to do the walk and talk. Okay, this is a problem.
Kevin.
Action.
Kevin, I've noticed that you've really come alive since you've been back in agent mode. Do you think maybe that was your calling all along, and this priest thing was just a little distraction? He
grabs a coffee off the table.
Maybe you could go back to being an agent and just make better choices about who to represent this time.
That's a good point. But all of the good agents and have the good clients. How am I supposed to get back into it? I mean, Michael B. Jordan's dead.
Kevin, I have a confession. Can we go in the thing?
Yeah. Aaron, you kind of need to stay. This is kind of a private thing. You can't bring the camera in here. Oh, okay. Aaron's working, walks away.
Aaron's shooting. Wow. Normally he just writes, but yeah. Forgive me, Kevin, for I have lied to you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Now, I don't feel bad about this, but I just want you to know.
That's not how this typically works. You're telling God. You're supposed to say that you're supposed to be sorry here.
I am not. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Michael B. Jordan, well, that Michael B. Jordan is still alive.
What?
Yeah, this is a different guy named Michael B. Jordan, and he also isn't actually dead. So
Wait,
spread your wings. What? No, it's his funeral, but this is kind of a Tom Sawyer situation, if that's right.
I'm a fraud. I can't. How am I supposed to show my face in Hollywood if I'm lying to people? I can't do that.
Well, I did say you should let us handle the invitations.
You're right. I can't get over this. How am I going to? Dr. Kevorkian steps out of the shadows and says, I can take care of that for you.
Kevorkian, you just don't pull open the door of the confessional and stick your head. What, were you listening out there?
I was supposed to be guarding, sorry.
Come on, Alex.
You gotta.
I got distracted. They have low-fat lemonade.
All right, Kevin, this is Dr. Kevorkian. I don't know if you want to kill yourself, but I mean, why don't you just kill yourself?
First of all, that's something that you should go to convention about. That's not cool. That's not cool. And Dr. Kevorkian says, "Yeah, why don't you kill yourself? Come on."
Is that the new slogan, Dr. K?
Why don't you?
I'm messing around with it. I'm trying to innovate. Okay, listen.
We cut to 2 a.m. on TBS.
At the Dr. Kevorkian Medical Clinic, we want you to ask yourself the question, well, then why don't I just kill myself? Has your life been getting you down? Have you got bills to pay and no way to pay them? Did you make a lasagna for your son and he was an ungrateful son of a bitch about it? Why don't you just kill yourself?
Hi, I'm Dr. Kevorkian, and I just want to say we can make it real classy, okay? We can do anything you want. We can just make it seem like it never happened.
We pan out from the TV and see that it is Kevin watching this at 2 a.m. on TBS.
Maybe maybe I should. That's all I need to know. You see, Dr. Kevorkian grabs Father Kevin by the collar and just yeets him out of the church in the air. And
Well,
we'll charge him later.
we should get started. So just take your seat, Dr. K, and
Okay.
okay, Mike's in the coffin, and all right, I guess wish me luck, Alex. You have the script that you wrote for me and the new Bible verses.
Yeah, of course. Alex takes the Bible and wipes off like like various crumbs and like stains and like juices off of it. And like as he's moving it close to Adam, he's like quickly scribbling in a bunch of stuff. Here you go. Works really hard on it.
I can see. Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, thank
I
you
need the
all.
movie.
What?
It's just Christopher Walken finishing his conversation. Sorry. I didn't hear in time. I'll take my seat.
Christopher, you should go from walking to Christopher sitting down and shutting up.
Dr. Kevorkian stands up. Hey, Chris, why don't you kill yourself?
Okay.
All
right, everyone.
Sorry,
I
doctor.
just need some, I need your attention just for a second. We're gonna get started. Everyone, take your seats in the pews. Okay, so if we could just get the screen down and sorry, we've got a Vito.
Yeah, it's me. What's up? How you doing? I'm here. I'm just here.
We're gonna do Q. It's the same situation. We're gonna do question and answer after.
Yeah.
But I will take a couple out. This is Alex Shear, everyone, the writer of this piece.
Hi.
If we'll take a couple of questions now, and then we really have we've got a schedule to keep to, so we really have to get to it. But Vito, go ahead with your question. Can somebody get him a mic?
Yeah. I'm Vito. I just want to say I'm a big fan of pretty much everybody here. I just want to know, so last time it was Mike I, now it's Mike BJ. How did this one eat it?
It's a funny story, and we fast forward 4 minutes into the future. That's the greatest story you've ever heard, right?
But I cannot. You shouldn't. Hey, every director in here should have been taking notes because that is going to be the Oscar-winning movie next year. I'm telling you that right now.
Too bad we didn't record this part.
Yeah, I do want to ask though. After all that damage, how did you repair the body? That's pretty.
You see, that's a funny story.
Holy crap! You guys are artists. That's astounding. That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah. Now he actually only has 4 toes on his left foot and 6 on his right, but he's still at 10.
Oh, hey, that's great. I have another.
Everybody
question.
makes mistakes.
Yeah.
Vito, one more question, and then we got to get to it.
I wanted to ask about a refund on the surge pricing one more time.
Look at that. We're out of time.
All right.
Yeah, and actually, before Adam begins, I would like to clarify that, yes, I did write this, but I wrote through the hand of God, so if you don't like it, it's like you don't like God. So do your best not to think about it, and just enjoy. Geeks.
Thank you for that introduction, Alex. No pressure, am I right, folks? Anyway, we are gathered here today to celebrate the life of Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, a man.
That was weird.
I know he's a man, and you all know that too.
Mm-hmm.
A man of about average to above average height.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Checks out.
He falls in. Yeah, that's correct.
He certainly has been in many places and has certainly left an impression on all of us.
He's been all
Guy
over.
whispers to someone next to him, "This guy really knew Michael."
I can't believe they got someone so close to him.
Yeah, it was very personal.
Yeah.
And of course, who could forget the times that we've spent with this man, looking at him up on the silver screen door,
Yeah.
Yeah.
on our televisions,
Come on.
Yeah, that one time.
standing on top of our televisions,
Well,
and all the laughs we've shared. Well, not really.
He's funny. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Laughs
Makes
at
me laugh.
him, I guess. But I want to share with you all a verse from the Bible, the New Testament. Flipping through the pages here, the book of Matthew.
Well,
Right.
typically to say gospel, but that worked.
The Gospel of Matthew.
Okay. Yeah.
The
Checks.
That's one of them.
chapter 5, verse 25.
Oh, wow. That's very specific.
Jesus stood in the temple, and he looked at all the people doing business in the temple, and he said, "I don't like that." And he flipped the tables and ran all of the guys out of the temple. And when those guys were running out of the temple, they looked down and they saw that there was only one set of footprints in the sand.
The coffin begins rumbling. The coffin begins shaking back and forth.
And they turned back and looked over their shoulder and said to Jesus, "Why are there only one set of footprints in the sand?" And Jesus said, "Because I'm sorry, I just really miss him." And he said, "That's where I carried you.
Come on, bring it home."
That's where I carried you."
The coffin shatters into a million pieces as Mike VJ jumps out and he screams. And as Mike jumps out and screams at the top of his lungs, "That's not the story!
Who
That's
the
not
fuck is that?
Oh, God! Whoa.
Hey, who the fuck is that guy?
Oh my God, he's come back as a white guy.
How'd you... Oh my God, is that SZA?
Will Smith walks up to the front of the church and slaps Mike in the face.
Chris Rock stands up in the back and shouts, now you know how it feels."
Please, people, don't leave. It's not what you think. This is we don't.
They start storming out. Dr. Kevorkian's pushing everybody as they start to approach the balloons.
All the celebrities are fine. They're all taking balloons down, but Dr. K is really pushing the civilians.
Really drop kicking and pushing, and yeah.
Look, I knew this wouldn't work out, but honestly, not the worst way I saw this going.
Hi, I'm an altar boy. I'm Doug. Nice to meet you. Hi, Doug. Yeah, deep. I don't know, very Catholic name. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hey, listen, altar boy. What would it take for us to walk away from here and nobody ever mentions this ever again?
Yeah, I'm not stopping you. You can do it.
I mean, luckily, Alex was recording it the whole time, so we have it for the memories, but we don't want any...
We can destroy that.
Alex, you were recording it the whole time, weren't you?
Alex, subtly takes the lens cap off the camera. Yeah, of course.
Good. So that'll make Mike happy when he calms down. Mike, what are you doing up on the altar there? You about to stab yourself in the heart?
I'm not doing it. I just go around. He comes down. Listen, guys, I just gotta say, it meant so much to me that you put all this together. You really did a great job. You got so many awesome people to come.
Alex, I don't
Adam-
think he realizes that they thought he was the other Michael B. Jordan yet.
Great, let's not say anything.
Okay.
Adam read part of a Bible passage once. And you know what?
Yeah, the poem about the sand and the footprints.
No, that's not the one. The other one, the one about Jesus kicking people out of the temple, that one was there. I don't know if that was Matthew. That actually seems really early in the Bible for Matthew, but
that's the first part of the
it.
poem.
No, that's not it. It's not it. But I will say, this means a lot to me. Now, I can't be Michael BJ anymore. But you changed my life. And I also met a guy down over there that told me that when life gets hard, why don't you just
kill yourself?
That's right. And you know
Beautiful
what?
said.
That's the message that I want to take with me forever. Because if I'm not going to kill myself, things can't be that bad, right?
Right.
So,
and he adopted you?
my name, and yeah, you're right. He adopted me. He proposed to me, actually, and I'm going to change my name. I'm going to change my name to match that of my new husband. My name from now on is Mike Kevorkian.
Wow. So it really all worked out, huh?
It all came around full circle, didn't it?
Alex, I think our work here is done. Why don't you, you know what? Light those candles. We want to leave this place nicer than we left it. Light the candles here, and then we'll float down from the Zeppelin.
I wouldn't have it any other way, buddy.
Whew. That worked out.
Honestly, not bad at all.
It's not often that you guys do things for me at all. So the fact that you were willing to do all that you did, it means a lot. It really does.
Put a church in the
man.
sky.
You put a church in the sky, and you got all these celebrities. I feel appreciated. I feel like I actually have friends now. Thank you.
You know what I never got? My fucking starry. Mike, can you get me a starry, please? And
What's a
you know what?
starry?
Never mind. Get me one of those old Sierra Mists from the back.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks, Mr. Kevorkian.
Wow, I can't believe we had a Sierra Mist back there.
Well, just another day of being a college student here, which...
yeah, we didn't go to class all week, did we?
No,
we were
once.
too focused on the... But you did get an A. You used this as your project for the mortuary science class, right, Alex?
Yes, that I'm in.
Yeah, that Vito was talking
Vito.
about.
Yeah.
Your lab partner, Vito.
I definitely didn't get kicked out of that class.
And your next assignment for that class is you embalm each other?
Yeah, with like chapstick.
Beautiful. Slippery. Well, I guess we all learned a little something, didn't we? If your friend dies, they just want to know that anyone would show up to their funeral at all. It's not about the size of the funeral. It's about
It's how you use it.
It's not about who comes to the funeral. It's about who you leave with.
So many words to say that we didn't learn anything.
It's not about who comes to your funeral. It's about who you leave with.
I thought it was going to be who comes at your funeral. So
Well, and did you?
I did.
Great. You and
Oh
Dr.
my God.
K?
Is that why the coffin exploded?
No comment. Let's record this episode, huh?
Okay, yeah, we should
okay.
record an episode of our Everybody Loves Raymond podcast. You guys are still interested in doing that, right?
Yeah,
I just realized I hadn't checked in with you guys in a while about, the
I feel
direction.
like we haven't talked about Everybody Loves Raymond in a very, very long time.
What do you say we get to it?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the
Absolutely.
Barone Zone. We're talking about Season 4, Episode 16, the 10th anniversary, in which Ray accidentally tapes football over his wedding. A truly classic episode. This is perhaps the archetypal Everybody Loves Raymond episode, don't you think?
Fantastic premise, very strong execution. I really like
This
this
and
episode.
the Bull and
Absolute
Robert's
classic.
Rodeo, a hell of a 1-2 punch.
And not to spoil, but the next episode of Hacky Do is also one that I remember very, very good. And we're on a solid run of episodes here in season 4.
Season 4, man. Season 4.
What was your any specific overall reflections before we
Accordion. That was hilarious. I liked it.
Gerard playing the accordion?
Was the song anything particularly recognizable?
Yes, that's Close to
Yeah.
You by the Carpenters.
Oh no, it was not familiar.
You're not familiar?
It was
No.
great.
No, that's a classic song.
Mhm.
You should check it out.
I will have to.
He does Close to You by the Carpenters, and then, of course, a
Smoke on the
callback
Water.
to Cousin Gerard, the Smoke on the Water riff. No, awesome. Loved that touch. I loved that they brought Gerard back. They got Bernie and Linda in there. They got Warren and Lois non-speaking. Like, it's funny that they get all these recurring characters in there and then don't give anyone
Yes.
any lines.
Yeah, did they get Bernie and Linda?
I
thought
mean,
I saw someone.
Bernie probably had one line in the hot clothes where they're all watching the football tape,
Right.
but no spotlight on Bernie. One person who you might have missed, probably. Well, Amy's there also,
I saw Amy.
but so is Elizabeth Herring, who played Mary/Carrie Parker in a couple of earlier episodes.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, uncredited and again, no lines, no establishing, but evidently she's close enough to Deborah to be invited to this intimate vow renewal ceremony.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I also want to comment. I did love how they justified not spending money making another set in this whole thing. I thought that was kind of hilarious, actually.
Oh, yeah.
That they were just like, "Yeah, we'll do it in the house. Yeah, Raymond would totally do that. Yeah,
Totally.
I like that part.
Where do you think they put the couch?
Outside,
Outside, like on
there's
the
a,
lawn.
there's a couch on the lawn. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I don't understand why they didn't do the English garden outside, though. That was an interesting choice.
Well, they
In
would have
bad
had to build a
weather.
whole new set.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah, that's
the
true.
real
We
reason.
haven't seen an exterior of Ray and Deborah's house before.
Not
yet,
since
anyway.
the first intro theme song back in season 1.
Yeah, that's true. We did see it then. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What time of year did this? What was the date that this episode?
This came
released?
out on February 14th, 2000. Almost
Oh.
exactly 25
Wow.
years ago as we record this.
That's actually really
Valentine's
sweet.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kinda
I was gonna comment, like, was the Super Bowl recent in their minds? And the answer kind
This
of
is
I
the
guess.
1991 Super Bowl, though. It's not
Right, and we will talk at length about that because this was a very important Super Bowl in New York history.
really.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills.
So you're saying that there's some
other-
justification for Raymond wanting to record it?
Oh yes, no, he should have recorded it, especially as a sports writer. He should have that on record. It's just, but then it's the question of, oh, should he have all that stuff. That's fair. I also loved that he. I loved the hot clothes. We'll talk. I know we'll talk in detail about all the different bits, but I loved that in the hot clothes, the most iconic part of the game is also cut off
Yeah.
by the thing. I thought that was a great touch.
How on earth did he manage to do that, I wonder?
have no
Mechanically, VCR, you put the tape in, you start recording. Guess the VCR or the VHS tape wasn't rewound all the way, and that's why it started kind of in the middle.
Mhm.
And then you watch the game, you go through the game. You don't get to the end of the tape, but he must have done something to stop it from recording before the end of the tape, but also before the
Yeah.
end of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Theory.
Somebody sat on the remote
Theory.
would be my guess.
Theory.
Yes.
Halfway through, or like near the end of the game, Raymond realized what tape he was recording over.
Oh,
He stopped, and then he was like, problem for another day.
that
and then forgot about it.
That's
That
possible. I
absolutely
like
could
that.
be
I
what
like
it is.
that
He
theory.
looks at the case. He's like, "Oh shit!" And he stops it. Manages to save the very last bit of the wedding. All that footage from season 2, episode 25, by the way. This was a good idea to make it about their wedding video
Yep.
because they already shot that wedding footage.
I also will say, so a couple things here. First of all, they mentioned that this is their 10th anniversary. At the time this episode aired, 9 years ago was the Super Bowl. Raymond recorded this thing and erased his wedding video less than a year into the marriage.
That is true.
It's amazing that he fucked up that big
That
quick.
early. Yeah.
Also, they only had one VHS of their wedding anniversary.
And also that it took them 9 years to realize.
Yeah,
guess they
well,
didn't watch
like
it.
he said, they didn't watch it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
sorry. That wasn't something that was said in the episode. That was something that was said in a very negative IMDb review of this episode.
Oh.
Sorry. I conflated those things. There
So
is a
just
fun fact on IMDb, though, just to say this episode was inspired by the writer Aaron Schur, who wrote this episode, taping over his own wedding video with several episodes of Everybody Loves Raymond while he was trying to get hired for the show.
Oh, that's hilarious.
3600.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. But yeah, so this game that we're talking about, the 1991 Super Bowl between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills, Bills were far and away the favorite to win this game, but the Giants ended up winning off of it was a very close game. It's still the only Super Bowl to be decided by a single point. It was Giants 20, Bills 19. It came down to a field goal at the very end of the game as time ran out by the Bills, which we saw at the very end of the episode, and it goes famously wide right and misses. And there's a lot of calls about announcers shouting, wide right, the Giants win the Super Bowl. And so that's what they were referencing the entire time. And also, fun fact, the Bills would be back in the Super Bowl 4 straight years in a row, and they would lose each and every one of those 4 straight years. So this was the start of a very long run of bad luck for the Bills.
That explains why everyone was so bummed the Bills didn't make it this year.
Well, the Bills this year is also, the Bills still have never won the Super Bowl, which is insane given how good their teams have been. But also this year the Bills have arguably been the second best team in football for the past 5 or 10 years running, and they've just never made it past the Chiefs. And people just wanted Patrick Mahomes to fall on his face and cry while Taylor Swift was watching. So that was part of it too. But yeah. Anyway,
and
sports update.
the Oakland Raiders, how did they do this year?
The Oakland Raiders no longer exist. The Las Vegas Raiders did terrible.
What about the San Diego Chargers? How are they doing?
Not a thing anymore either. They're now the LA Chargers. And they also they might have made the playoffs, but they were eliminated pretty quick.
St. Louis Rams?
Not a thing anymore. LA Rams. Also pretty good, but got knocked out by the Eagles.
But in baseball, though, did the Oakland A's move to Las Vegas also?
The Oakland A's are currently playing in Sacramento while they prepare the stadium in Vegas, but they're not in Oakland anymore, so they don't have a city affiliation. They're just the Athletics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
It's really rooting for the St. Louis Rams this year. Hopefully they'll get it. They'll get them next time. But
what were your thoughts on how the Milwaukee Braves did this year?
I think this was a rebuilding year, and I think next time they're coming in swinging.
Yeah, swinging.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. You're good.
Dribbling.
Okay. So anyway, that was your sports update for the for the.
And
day.
who was the MVP this year? Tony Romo or?
I feel like you haven't paid attention to football since 2010. Is that accurate?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Pretty accurate.
To be fair, I've never paid attention to football except one time a year, and that's only until the halftime show.
O.J. Simpson? Did he have a lot of yards?
Actually, yes, famously so. He's still
I know he
Despite
had one
everything else,
yard
he's
where
still.
they found the glove.
Who doesn't have bloody gloves in their apartment? You don't know that. Come on.
Well,
Um,
I've seen you try to. Let's just say your homemade enemas have not been particularly successful. So I know you have a lot of bloody gloves.
Depends on who you ask.
So thank you for the sports update. We see in this cold open, Ray and Deborah, just to set the stage, Ray and Deborah come home from their 10th anniversary dinner. Deborah's like, let's watch the video. Ray, of course, wants to have good old sex, but Deborah makes him watch the video before they do it. They start the video,
well,
and
she implies that the video is going to make her want to enjoy Raymond
yes,
more.
it'll put Raymond in a favorable light for her. But unfortunately, the video has been taped over with the 1991 Super Bowl. Now, Ray, that's the cold open. They find that out, and then we come back to the same scene. And Ray goes through a couple of different stages of trying to get out of this. He blames the kids. I like Deborah's line that it wasn't the kids. The last thing they put in the VCR was lemon chicken. And then Ray replying, see, I would never do that because I love your lemon chicken. I thought that was funny. He then blames the guys who were over there watching the game with him. And then he lectures her on popping the tab out on the tape to prevent it from being taped over. At no point does he take responsibility in this initial phase. So Deborah silently storms off. I liked Ray's line quietly to himself. Okay, well, 10 years, that's long enough. Pretty
That's
good line.
Honestly, good line, good reaction. Because if I had a buddy that this went through, that would kind of go through my mind too. Of like, this might be the end. It's a pretty big deal.
Deborah is perhaps the maddest we've ever seen her. Like, this is
Yeah.
the most angry we've ever seen Deborah.
But also, the next day is way calmer than I think I would have been if I were in her
Yes.
shoes.
She scared me with how like harsh she yelled.
Yeah, no, she was
and I'm
furious.
And I'm very glad that Marie and Frank and Robert kind of took her side on this, because I feel like way too much in the show like Raymond goes to them and tells them his side, so they usually take his side, especially Marie.
Yeah.
It's good to know that they're not completely biased.
And
hard.
we
I think it
even
would be
see
hard.
that Marie is like, at first, oh, Raymond, what did Deborah do? Like, she's so primed to be on his side, and then when she finds out what he did, even she's like, oh my God.
Unacceptable.
What were you about to say?
I was just going to say, I mean, it would be kind of hard to actually unironically argue that Deborah screwed up here.
Somebody on IMDb did in that negative review I mentioned, the title of which was Deborah is a B.
Was it the full word, or do they just write the letter B?
They write the letter B. You can't say bitch on IMDb, Mike.
Oh, I thought IMDb was purposefully for bitching.
No, yes, but you can't say it.
Can't say it. It's not
Can
IMDb bitch.
Can we get a dramatic reading of this comment, or is it just too hateful to even worry about?
It's not too hateful. It might actually be underwhelming, but it's long. Let me pull it up. It's going to take me a second. You're right. Show don't tell when it comes to IMDb reviews. This is not something that anyone can find themselves either, so it's important that we share it with them. Okay. User reviews. This is from Shoo Fontana, January 27th, 2020. So a recent watch.
Recent.
About 5 years ago.
That's what month was it?
January. This is not even pandemic.
It's not even a pandemic watch.
Featured review. 9 out of 10 stars, so it's not a bad review.
Oh,
but
I like the episode.
Title, Deborah's a B. If the wedding video actually meant that much to her, why did 10 years go by before she even tried to watch it? Okay, 9 years since the football game recorded over it. Obviously not that important until it became a reason to whine about it. That being said, It doesn't seem like Ray cared enough about the game either, because he seemed legitimately surprised that the game was on that tape, so he obviously hadn't watched it since he recorded it. Helpful, 3. Unhelpful, 19.
Wow, it's amazing to me that, like, he argued for both Raymond and Deborah, and I thought he was wrong twice.
Yeah, I'm with Alex. He's not had a single good point in any of that.
There's only one other review, and the review is a question. First ever? I am trying to figure out what the original show was that ever used this joke. When did the first TV show ever have the same scenario that a husband, or whoever, tapes over the wedding video? It is a common scenario in sitcoms, and I imagine it had to have started somewhere. Any ideas? I am trying to figure out... Oh, and then they say the same thing again, and then in parentheses, had to put it again to meet the minimum character requirements. Helpful, 0. Unhelpful, 1. That's from January 20...
That's an older person.
That's from January 25th, 2024.
Why are so many people reviewing this now?
That's
Except
2
for, what
2
the
weeks
heck?
ago.
That's no. That's over a year ago.
Shit. It's 2025.
But that comment is
Ruse.
more recent than this podcast. That's
Yeah.
that's crazy.
They made this post when we were like halfway through season 3.
Yeah.
This is Mike Redden's only contribution to IMDb.
Adam, I'm gonna place a vote that you mark both of those as unhelpful.
I would have to, Mike, log into IMDb, which I haven't done in 3 years of doing this podcast. I'm not going to start now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. So, maddest Deborah's ever been.
Deborah's a B.
According to Shushu.
Shushu says Deborah's a B.
Marie and Frank's
No,
kitchen.
It's okay to be a B. It's okay to be a B. Sometimes.
It's okay to be a B.
It's okay to be a B.
This is what taping over my wedding video taught me about B2B marketing. You ever see a LinkedIn post?
LinkedIn influencer post, yeah.
You ever see a LinkedIn post?
Yeah.
Marie and Frank's kitchen the next morning. It seems like Ray slept there. Maybe?
I could understand. Well, actually, no. He should sleep on the couch, but I can understand why he wouldn't want to deal with Deborah at that moment.
That does make more sense than what I thought, which was that he slept at the kitchen table eating his cereal. You're right. So Ray is at Marie and Frank's wearing the same clothes, disheveled. Frank comes in. Marie comes in all chipper. Frank comes in demanding eggs, criticizing Marie for skimping on the yolks recently. Daddy gets his yolks.
Daddy gets his yolks.
Ever refer to
and then
yourself?
Marie has a good retort.
Do you ever in a culinary or restaurant context refer to yourself as daddy or no?
I feel like
Depends on who I'm cooking for.
yeah.
Not as a
Myself, absolutely.
So as a chef, you will, but not as a customer.
Correct.
Depends who's cooking.
Oh yeah, actually, you're right. No, no, depends.
What are you trying to tell us, Mike? It's okay. You can open up.
There are occasions in which I want to fuck the waitstaff, and in that case, I would love to refer to myself as daddy. Okay.
Yeah. Mike's waiting for that staff.
Mm-hmm.
And has that ever worked?
Nope.
But you do get the yolks, though.
I do get all the yolks. Daddy gets his yolks.
Frank, in addition to complaining about his yolks, complains about Robert still having to use a walker post-bull goring. Good continuity. Again, 1-2 punch of the bull and this episode. They really know what they're doing here. Robert shuffles in. He was looking for James Lemus, the guy who videoed Ray's wedding. He's in prison. He went from doing wedding videos to honeymoon videos without the consent of the honeymooners.
Which, like, okay, hear me out.
Yeah.
We've talked Raymond spin-offs. This is the spin-off I want.
Yeah.
James Lemus or Robert finding...
James Lemus.
Oh.
I want the pilot episode of him doing Raymond and Deborah's
The
wedding,
backdoor pilot.
and then him being like, I kind of want to see
I'd like
what
to
these
see
two
where-
get up to.
to see where this goes.
And then he doesn't get caught for their honeymoon, but he's like, there's like a few seasons, like every season's a new honeymoon, and he almost gets caught.
A whole
It's
season?
kind of like you, but with honeymoons.
Oh, I get it. Genius.
And then like whenever they get canceled, the last honeymoon, he'll get caught.
Makes perfect sense. You could do 10
I'm in.
seasons,
Yeah,
10 years between Ray and Deborah's
Yeah.
wedding and when he
And
ends up in
Robert
prison.
will be the beat cop on that case.
Yeah.
Connect it back.
What if it's Robert's honeymoon with his first wife that he gets caught on? Or he doesn't get caught, Robert finds out, and then he swears vengeance on the guy who secretly videotaped his honeymoon.
Yeah, and that plants the seeds for his first wife to be like, and you didn't even notice? How can you protect me?
Exactly. This is good. We're going to cut that out, and we're going to pitch that to CBS.
That's the Better Call Saul of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Better call Lemus.
Better Call Lemus.
Now, there is a crew guy on IMDb named James Lemus, whose first job was in 2002. He's a craft service guy.
Never mind.
It's possible, but it seems unlikely that Aaron Schur crossed paths with him. But it was
Right.
such a specific name that I was like, that has to be someone. So
Yeah. And
I
you're
didn't
right,
know if it was like
right.
another writer from something he worked on earlier or something, but no. Probably just someone he knew personally.
Fair enough. Okay.
Helpful?
So
Unhelpful?
unhelpful. But we move forward. So I did like just to kind of go through this a little bit. I did like that Marie immediately suggested this thing, which is a genuinely good idea. I did like that she immediately was like, "And I'll take over it. I'll save the day." And I'm actually very happy they didn't dwell on that conflict between Deborah versus Marie taking over the whole thing. I thought I was a little worried that was going to be, it was just going to be another one of those episodes of Deborah wants Ray to do something, Marie secretly does it.
Yeah, that was wrapped up pretty quick, but it still got a nice payoff once we actually got to the ceremony.
Agreed.
I do want to call out Marie's line in this scene when she's yelling at Ray. You have taken Deborah's wedding away, and no matter what people may say about her, she's still a woman,
Still a woman.
and you don't take that away from a woman.
That's a great line.
The
It's a great line.
unnecessariness of it was very funny.
One of my favorite things to do when I just want to mess with people is just in the middle of a conversation being like, I don't care what people say about you. You're great.
And then walk away.
And then just
Wait a
just going on.
second.
Yeah.
You said that to me earlier today.
Several times, yes.
Hmm.
And it's true. I really don't care what they say.
Thanks, Mike. That means a lot to me.
Yeah. What they all say and and they comment too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Ray,
that's
the comments are like
unhelpful.
unhelpful. Ray pitches the vow renewal to Deborah. It's clearly not about the tape for Deborah. You know, it's about the consideration of taping over the wedding. It's not about the wedding tape itself. And so I think it's interesting for her character that she's won over not by the idea of the vow renewal necessarily, but by the idea of Ray writing new vows and like putting an effort into it. I thought that was nice, and you know, if Ray were a better man, I'd have full confidence in him that he could execute this and make something really special. But I kind of liked this scene.
I liked the scene a lot, actually. I thought it was well done. There were funny jokes, but outside of that, yeah, it was a good moment for Ray and Deb. I liked it.
Okay, Ray and Robert planning the wedding on the kitchen table. Let me ask you a question. Mike, I know the answer, but Alex, have you ever bought porn to save face while buying something else?
It depends.
Have you? What do you think?
I've bought porn to save face from me buying a worse porn. Where it's like, oh no, I didn't mean to get that one. I meant to get this one.
You
that's
come
where
in.
That's
You
where you
come
and I
in with
differ,
like
Alex.
your wad of hundreds out, and you're like, I can afford this, and you buy like fancy porn to like keep up appearances. Is that what you're saying?
And then you get the one you really want. It was like, oh, I guess I have a little. I guess I'll give this a try. Whatever. I don't need it.
Where are you buying
No,
porn?
seriously, I have not.
Where are you buying porn that there's something that you would be embarrassed about getting, but not the other porn?
The ceiling fan store.
Oh, yeah, where they have it at the checkout.
Well, yeah. Well, there's only fans there.
Nice.
Adam, can you put in a boo soundtrack after that joke?
No,
Hey, that was good.
That was
It was so good. I had to explain it
I
to
was
you.
speechless.
That was rough. actually, just that radio silence, just extend it for like 3 times as long as it actually had. See, this is where
Nice.
you and I differ, Alex. I don't feel shame about the porn I buy.
Do you want to?
Okay, Mike.
Do you want to expound on the details
Nope.
of that?
Do you want like
Okay.
the national anthem to play behind you when you say
I
that?
would love that, actually. If you could put in the national anthem over that porn statement, that would be fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike is now going to read his porn statement, and he will be backed up by the Marine Corps Band. Give it up for the Marine Corps Band, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you. My fellow Americans, I just want to say that I dream of a world where no one, anywhere, ever has to feel shame about the porn they buy.
Bald eagle.
Oh, he's doing a 21-gun salute. I was not
Oh,
shooting you in the head. Working on a motif, Robert suggests Cupid. Ray's brilliant idea is an English garden. It's classy. And Sunday tea, no dinner. I don't know if you need a motif. I think just classy is enough. Like, some nice flowers and decorations, and you're sorted. Maybe it was different in the 90s. You needed to have a motif. Or the 2000s, or 2000.
well, if you're using specifically your living room, you need to make it feel like it's not your living room.
That is true. Andy and Gianni come over to watch the game. Another game. Ray, Andy, and Robert. Do you think this is the same game as what Robert was coming over to watch in the cold open of Robert's rodeo? Like, this is the same sport?
Oh, definitely. It's only a week apart.
Yeah, it must
Makes
be.
sense.
In timeline.
They come over to watch the game. They got their invitations to the vow renewals. Ray, Andy, and Robert get really excited about the hors d'oeuvres, chicken satay, stuffed mushrooms, chocolate strawberries with little bow ties, wearing kiwi hats. Gianni contributes. And then Marie comes in, holding the invitation, offended that she didn't get asked to plan it. And Ray's response is, so is this your RSVP? Pretty funny. But that, I thought, set up, I think it was a good idea to put another beat of Marie, or have that beat of Marie being offended that she wasn't asked to plan it, so that the payoff in the following scene hits even harder.
No, it's rule 3s. I'm with you. We have and then the following scene when she does the lasagna, it's great. I loved it. Yeah.
So we see the ceremony. Not much to. Anything you guys want to say about the wedding planning scene? I don't.
No, the wedding planning scene was fine. It wasn't anything
Skip it.
special. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to the good stuff.
The big event. So the ceremony. We've got Gerard playing the accordion. We got Bernie, Linda, Warren, Lois, Amy, Father Hubley, Mary / Carrie Parker, playing Close to You by the Carpenters repeatedly. Robert is furious about the Strawberries wearing regular ties, not bow ties. But luckily,
I get it.
Ray is spared his complaints by Marie and Frank coming over. Marie comes in just, I've got a lasagna, everybody, don't worry. And she just puts it down next to the hors d'oeuvres. Ray goes over to her. Ma, I don't need a lasagna. Please, I have hors d'oeuvres. Marie, deadpan. Well, then why don't I just kill myself?
Dr. Kevorkian.
The
Yeah.
funniest Marie line I've seen thus far. Just out of nowhere. Such a great delivery. I laughed out loud at that. That was great.
That was a good one. I'm with
It
you.
was very well done.
A legend. Father Hubley is there, compliments Ray. Great job putting this together. You must have really screwed up. They start the ceremony. Deborah comes down the stairs with Allie. They start the ceremony. Father Hubley does the preamble. And as he's talking, Ray realizes that he forgot to write his vows, which is such a great payoff because they didn't hit
Amazing.
the vow thing on the head too much in the initial scene to where it was like, this is the stakes of the episode. It was really kind of subtle, and then this payoff felt very like strong to me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like it feels very Ray, but in this kind of weird refreshing way that is not like it doesn't make me go like, ah, damn it. It's more like, wow, he worked so hard he forgot like the most important part, and it's kind of like funny.
Yeah, he worked so hard on the decorations and everything, and
Yeah.
he forgot the only thing that was important to Deborah.
It's not like many of the other Ray-isms where like he had to do one thing and he didn't. It's no, he actually had a lot to do, and just like the comedy in there, it's like it's Ray, you know?
It's very
he did good, but he forgot the most important thing.
Yeah, it's miles apart from like the checkbook where he's engaged in this long screw up that he just keeps digging himself deeper on. This is he legitimately tried, but just this farcical thing happens where he forgets to do one thing that totally screws it up. Deborah ends her vows with, I didn't write them down, but they end with thank you. And then they look at Ray, and his first words are, "You're welcome." His vows. I am so happy to be here on this occasion. Love is in the air. Today I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
I so deeply love that he just quoted. He just started doing Lou Gehrig. I loved it. It's such a.
Is that what that is?
Did you not pick up on that? Yeah, no.
Why would I know a Lou Gehrig quote? Because it's one of the most
famous speeches in like American history. It's like this one. I have
Gettysburg,
Dream itself. You know, then this one. This ranks. This ranks pretty good. No, yeah, Lou Gehrig. After being diagnosed with ALS, steps out and addresses his crowd in his last game, saying, "I know you all feel sad for me, feel sorry for me, but I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth." So he starts quoting Lou Gehrig, which is just such a great bit.
That's very funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a good joke. Deborah realizes that he forgot his vows instantly. And
she recognizes Lou Gehrig.
The whole thing melts down. Ray never told Robert to tape the ceremony, so they didn't have Deborah's vows even. And he starts spiraling. He's talking about, but I did all this. Look at the hors d'oeuvres and the lilies of the valley the damn florist didn't bring. But Deborah's like, lilies of the valley? You remembered my flower? Father Hubley seizes that moment. He's like, kiss the bride. Kiss her.
Kiss her now.
You will never get a better opening.
Father Hubley's Father Hubley's for the dudes. I love Father Hubley.
Well, he follows the 11th commandment. Thou shalt bros before hoes.
Thou shalt bros before hoes. Yeah,
Father...
that was a great addition you gave me.
The King Alex version.
Yeah.
As they're kissing, Father Hubley asks, as Ray is giving his speech, he reveals that he taped over the wedding video. Father Hubley asks Robert as they're kissing, if I may ask, what game was it? 91 Super Bowl, Bills and Giants. Good game. Ray, mid-kiss. I know, I still have it on tape. That was funny. That was like a...
That was great.
He tried to fuck it up.
That was like in a 70s sitcom when they would end a scene and everyone would applaud. That's what that felt like. Like, that was such a good button on the scene.
It was.
Yeah, it was nice.
Well written.
Yeah, and then that end credit scene was also just like fire. Just a nice little flip on the beginning.
What a wonderful. I'm with you. Yeah, that was great. That was
Yeah,
All
awesome.
we
the
already talked
men
about it.
watching
Yeah.
the football tape, cuts back to the wedding right before
My
the.
favorite part is, you know what happens. You know what happens. I forgot. I.
Really, really strong episode.
All around amazing episode. I'm with you.
I
Yeah,
really
Mike,
like this one.
your insight on football actually made this episode more enjoyable for me,
I'm
retrospectively.
I'm gonna try to not be offended by how surprised you thought about surprised you sounded just then, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Well, I don't know.
Mike,
Yeah,
you finally
just-
came in handy.
I know, I did it.
You did it.
Speaking of doing it, I'm not talking about good old sex. I'm talking about
yo.
our classic barometer. If we don't have any other
Barometer.
thoughts on the episode. Okay.
Yeah.
The barometer, then, we'll turn our attention towards. It's our classic scale from 1 to 10 on which we rate Ray's performance as a husband, brother, son, VCR owner, with 10 being the great dads of sitcom history, Danny Tanner, Uncle Phil, and 1 being the bad men of television, Walter White, Don Draper, men who actively harm their families. I almost called you Ray. Alex, where is Ray coming in for you on the barometer this week?
Hit it right.
We would have had some problems. Look, honestly, if we are just looking at Raymond in the span of time from the beginning of the episode to the end of the episode, I think he did great. But do we add to the consideration of past Raymond from 10 years ago in how we report to how he responded to this now? I'm going to say I'm not going to take that into consideration personally, but you guys can. The reason I'm not is I feel like our system is to rate how he responds to situations. And even though it was his own doing, I feel like it was so far back that I can't fairly add it to this assessment. Past Ray could get his own score. He can fuck off. He gets like a 0. Modern Ray, I think, does, like I said, great. He tries to do as much damage control as possible when Deborah finds out, but there's no saving that. She's going to be angry. And he, going to his parents, I think they helped him kind of get into perspective of how big a deal this is. And then Raymond really just kind of has this like vibe from that point on of just like, gotta make it right. Now, I think his motives are just because so Deborah's not mad at me anymore. But I also think it's just like, it's just the right thing to do. He forgot his vows, but I already kind of talked about how I felt about that earlier. I feel comfortable giving him I'm gonna be pretty high compared to where I usually am. I'm gonna give him a 7.5.
All right. Mike?
I'm gonna be all the way on the other end of that spectrum.
Whoa.
Because here's my thing, right? Okay. So
Nice thing, Mike.
thank you.
Can you please just zip up for now, and then
That's
you
my
can...
thing.
Well, no, you can show it off later.
Oh, okay.
I know you don't need my permission. Hasn't stopped you before, but this is a professional environment.
My lawyer has discussed with me that I need.
And Dershowitz can go home. He doesn't have to be with you all the time.
But he's my bud. He's got... All right, Alan, you can go.
He really, without the rest of the dream team, not a great lawyer. Gotta be honest.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he's really not. No.
You need
But
Kardash. Anyway.
My thought is that his recording over the wedding is relevant to this episode. I can't separate the two things. Cannot, because this is the time we learn about it. If not now, when else are we going to judge him on the Super Bowl thing? So I'm going to say it's relevant. It's number 1. Number 2, even though he does indeed put a lot of effort in to making sure this goes off well, he forgot 3 or 4 of the most important things to do in the actual ceremony. Number 1 being the vows. Number 2 being recording it, which is the entire point of doing it was to replace the video, and he forgot to record it. Lily of the Valleys we're not gonna care too much about, but it wouldn't shock me if he also screwed that up. But at number 4, the biggest thing is you got the strawberries with ties instead of bow ties. What the hell is that about? It sucks. That's not okay. Now, that being said, he did put effort in, so I can't give him too low a score. But I can't give him above a 5. I gotta give him a negative score. And I don't know if his efforts put him all the way up to a 5. I'm gonna give him a 3.5. Give him a 3.5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wide berth.
Yeah.
It's giving me
Where
a
are you
lot to
coming in,
think
sir?
about. Yeah, it's hard to separate the art from the artist on this one as concerns the VHS. You can't. A reasonable person, in this court of law, a reasonable person would look
Objection.
at the Dershowitz.
We are not
Go
reasonable
home.
people. Fine.
Dershowitz, go home.
If it doesn't quit,
If it doesn't quit, what?
yep,
It doesn't quit. You gotta go home.
I go home.
A reasonable person would not grab the case for that VHS and look at it and think, this is a tape I can use for recording this game. So Ray is already starting very low, and I just can't imagine he didn't know what he was doing at the time and hoped that he wouldn't get found out. And especially with this piece of the tape, the football game ending before the tape ends. That's the smoking gun. That's the glove.
Yeah.
That glove does fit. You can come back, Dershowitz, you can come back in. That glove does fit. So I can't acquit.
If this tape stops, you have to acquap.
If the tape stops rocking,
Mom spaghetti.
I love rap. I have to imagine he knew what he was doing. I can't acquit, so I can't separate that. I think he made a legitimate effort to make it up to Deborah, but like you said, Mike, he forgot to record it. He forgot to write his vows. I don't want to go exactly between you guys, but I'm gonna go 4. No, I'm gonna go 3. Actually, I'm gonna go lower than you, Mike.
Ooh.
Because I gotta consider that he knew what he was doing, or he wouldn't have stopped the tape.
Right.
It's the only explanation.
You're right.
3.
3. So we got a 3, a 3.5, and what was yours? A 7.5, Alex?
Yep.
Okay. So a 3, a 3.5, and a 7.5. That brings us to an overall average of a 4.7 for this episode.
It's kind of disappointing that it kind of ended up right in the middle.
Right down smack in the middle, yeah.
What if I change my score to a 0?
What if I change my score to a -12?
What if I change my score, hear me out, 100 for...
Oh, positive 100?
Yeah, for Lilies of the Valley only. I care that he remembered the flower.
So in that case, the score doesn't matter, and it's almost like this actually doesn't matter that much. The barometer doesn't really matter that much at all.
You're right. We should stick with the scientific method. I'm sticking with 3. 4.7 sounds right to me.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that always the way though? Like we all of us Americans have different views, but we always have to end up meeting in the middle.
Get the band to do the national anthem. Go.
Cut that out. As Americans, we have to bring we have to meet in the middle. Thank you, Dershowitz.
Alan, where'd you get that trumpet?
Multi-talented. Mike, are you and Dershowitz an item?
Not anymore. I'm with Kevorkian now.
Oh, right. I forgot you married Dr. Kevorkian.
I married Dr. Kevorkian.
Is this the only time you've changed your name not from dying or being on the run, but because of marriage?
I think it might be.
be.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I very well might.
And just to clarify, you're still a virgin, or
Yeah, we haven't consummated yet.
okay? What is the rule? Like you have to do it in 24. You have to do it in 24 hours, or it's annulled.
I don't think there's a time limit, actually.
What am I thinking of? Isn't there?
I don't
oh,
know.
I'm thinking of the episode of Friends where Ross and Rachel get their Vegas wedding annulled because they hadn't consummated it yet.
Well, that might be a rule in Vegas. It ain't a rule for Kevorkian.
And you're saying I shouldn't get legal advice from Friends?
I'm not saying that. I got a ton of legal advice from friends. You know what I learned? Dershowitz taught me that sometimes in law you have to pivot.
All right, that's it then. I think
right.
on that note, we should pivot.
All right.
To look, I've spent a lot of time with the Bible this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kill you guys.
So I just thought that maybe we could
I hate you.
end this episode with
I'm going to jump off a bridge.
Kevorkian, sit down.
Hey, we can take care of that for you. Hey, Dr. Kevorkian.
Kevorkian, Mike, control your husband.
Honey, could you just wait outside with Alan? Oh, all right. Okay, I'll take care of him.
You know what has to happen now. I just thought we could pivot to sharing something, talk about all this serious stuff on here. What about something inspiring? Something that the listeners can take with them into their week as sort of a little ray of hope, Just a reminder that God is smiling down on them. And I do believe in G-D now, and he's really important to me. And I just think we should start spreading the good news here on the Barone Zone. So I think what we'll do is we'll A-B this. And Alex, why don't you share your favorite Bible verse? And it can be from the King Alex version. Sorry, Mike.
Thank you.
That's my favorite virgin.
But yeah, and we'll do that, and then we'll have Mike do one, and then we'll just see, which one probably resonates the best with the listeners, given the demographics and everything. We got Cambridge Analytica working on it, and we know what people like. So, what do you got for us, Alex? Any closing thoughts you want to leave the listener with this week?
Sure. I'll just flip to the random page of the Bible because it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Boop. Isaiah 54:5. For thy maker is thine husband, the Lord of hosts is his name.
Kevorkian, sit down.
And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, the God of the whole earth, shall he be called.
Oh, okay. So not just kind of interesting. No, I mean, I think that's good. I think that sets the stage for...
All right, I'm going home.
No, come back.
No,
You need to do the sign-off.
Come back.
You can't leave. If you don't do the sign-off, you don't get paid.
I know, we signed a contract.
It's gonna be hard to beat that.
It's gonna be hard to beat Isaiah, but I think, Mike, you gotta try and just speak from the heart and let the Lord speak through you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go from the Bible because you can't beat Isaiah as we discussed. But I did read something from these spiritual advisors that I actually recently subscribed to. It's from something called the Barone Zonus. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
What chapter and verse?
It's actually just in this guy's writings. It's just I believe it's second book, chapter 4, page 7. Is what this is, and it I can't recommend this guy highly enough. If Barone Zonus, by the way, we'll leave a link down in the description. And you guys should all sign up for it because it's fantastic. And it is you pay once, lifetime fee, lifetime subscription.
Lifetime fee, you pay for life.
You pay for life. You pay once, you get lifetime access. You pay what you want. One extra episode of the Baroness of the Barone Boys every month. And this comes from the reading, like I said, the second book of the spiritual advisor. Hang in there. And I just thought that was so beautiful and
That
so
is
fascinating.
beautiful. And I'm
Yeah.
looking in the book now, and this is a dusty old tome. There's a
Mhm.
beautiful illuminated manuscript with in
Yeah.
the margin a cat hanging off a tree branch.
Yeah,
That's
and you know what?
powerful stuff.
If it wasn't for the Baroness Zonus, I think that I would have finally listened to Kevorkian. I think it would be me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are you sure you want to say that? Like it's
Nope.
real? Like that the
Nope.
Baroness Zonus kept you from committing suicide? Or
No, I don't want to do that. Actually, as soon as I said it, I was like, "This is a bad idea." So we're gonna cut. We're gonna do a little snip on that part, um, and we're just gonna go. You know what? It's what's keeping me going. It's what's keeping my marriage with the doctor pretty strong. And I highly encourage everybody to give it a try.
beautiful.
Mhm.
Alex, to be honest,
No, it's
and I
don't
know
even
you
worry
can't
about
beat
it.
Isaiah. I know.
Can't beat
It's
Isaiah.
cool, man.
I've seen the T-shirts. They're everywhere. Everybody knows this. You can't beat Isaiah. But
You can't beat Isaiah.
to be honest, I feel like, based on our listeners and just the way that the economy is right now, I feel like people are really going to be drawn to the Baroness Zonus. So I think we gotta
Baroness
go
Zonus.
with Mike's this time.
You gotta go with the Baroness Zonus.
Mhm.
Wake up, Alex.
I'm sad.
I'm sorry. I promise next week we will use yours or
No.
Mike's. One of the
No. No.
two. Was there any?
You say that all the time.
I mean it every time. Well, I mean, if there's no other business. Oh, Mike, I am so sorry to be the one to tell you this. I just got a text from your husband.
Oh yeah.
He wanted me to tell you that he's not coming back.
What?
He's leaving you for Dershowitz. Apparently, it fit.
No.
So,
Damn it, Doctor! I knew this would happen. I'm gonna keep his last name.
you're gonna keep his last name?
I'm gonna keep his last name. He's not getting away from me that easy.
Nice. That's power. That's
Mhm.
that yes. Yes. Well, another missed opportunity for Mike to have sex. But that's a shame, Mike. I'm so sorry. But just remember, why don't you consult with the Baroness Zonus and maybe find some peace there. But in the meantime, I think we only have one last thing to do here, which is our classic sign-off. Isn't that right, fellas?
Absolutely.
I guess.
Okay. Everybody.
Loves.
Raymond.
And we love you.
Bald eagle.